A champion set to be crowned tonight. It's Super Bowl 59. And off we go to a flash of lights here in New Orleans. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
As much as you try to tell yourself, Mike, that this is just another game, the reality is it just isn't. It doesn't matter if it's your first Super Bowl or your 10th. This is the game you've dreamt about playing in from the first time you put on pads all the way back from Pop Warner. You're bound to get emotional in some capacity, but you have to get that out of the way and get ready to do everything in your power to turn those childhood dreams of hosting the Lombardi into a reality. As long as this guy does his part, you're going to have a fighting chance to come out on top.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick. He'll get that complete to Donald Parham. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. On 4th down, it's Matt Araiza to punt for KC. Back deep for the Bucs, their speedster Trey Palmer. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
He admitted to us the other day, Mike, that he's started to feel a little anxious as game day approached, and I think that's normal. Winning the NFC, that's one thing. But this is the type of stage that can take your legacy to a whole nother level if you're able to come out on top. But in order to make that happen, he's going to have to put those nerves behind him as soon as possible. The last thing you want to do is put yourself in an early hole because you just couldn't settle down. If he's able to remain calm, play his game, his team's going to have a great chance to end this night as world champs.
On 2nd down, Baker. This pass is caught by Cade Otton. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the 1st down. Baker gonna give it to Irvin. He'll work forward for a couple, with Justin Reed up from his safety spot to make the stop. 2nd down and 8. Here comes Otton in motion. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They send Evans in motion. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That is into the hands of McMillan. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. A throw on the move is caught.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jalen McMillan. Touchdown, Buccaneers. That opens the scoring here in Super Bowl 59.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
There's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He runs with it. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40. A big play here in the big game. And even 30 yards. So after one here in Super Bowl 59, 7-0 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And let's give it about 4 on that one. Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after.
And he's into the end zone. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, KC.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bucs offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. A give. This is Irving. He'll push forward for about a yard. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. They send Evans in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes in the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's to the left side, caught by McMillan. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. They'll motion a tight end right. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. He finds his tight end, Keith. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing is Baker. He finds Mr. Reliable, Mike Evans. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the first down. Baker to throw. That's caught. Trey Palmer. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Now Mayfield. Now screen set up for Irving. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2. Give him 16 there. And a first down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Brown now to return it. Whoa. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready for this next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Mahomes. Looking middle, he's got Kelsey. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Oh, a loose football. The Bucs have it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
The Buccaneers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. This one caught left side by Evans. Second reception of this Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. A short one there to Otten.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
He's going to, and he will get into the end zone. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now an opening past the 30. The Chiefs offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with first and 10. Here's Mahomes. Short pass, taken in by Kelsey. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. They put Kelsey in motion. A first down throw for Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Mahomes now on second down. It finds the hands of Marquise Brown. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Final play of this first half. Here's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have reached halftime of Super Bowl 59 here in New Orleans. And for the final time this year, we send it to Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off first and 10. On the handoff, it's Irving. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. Third down coming up. To throw is Mayfield. And this ball incomplete on third down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Chiefs offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll start it here with a first and 10. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here, second and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on second down. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
A big play here in the big game. 42 yards.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making, and I think it was pretty good defense. Just turned out to be a better throw.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A run up the middle with Pacheco. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on 3rd and 2. And he's in. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 1st down is Mayfield. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Irvin. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Mayfield to throw. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. 2nd down and 3.
At the 47-yard line.
They send Evans in motion. The 2nd down throw for Mayfield. That is caught by McMillan. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
Complete to Jalen McMillan. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw is Mayfield. It's complete to Evans. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 26-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in Super Bowl 59. EA Sports back for the 4th from SoFi after this. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. This one completes the... He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first...
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamari Connor.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're gonna look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Now he takes off. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Bucs have it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And it has been a rough night at the office. We go through the highlights. They are really lowlights. Relentless pressure. Receivers unable to get open. They cannot connect in the passing game. It has been a night to forget for the quarterback. 1st and 10 for Mahomes.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spin it out into the hands of your receiver, and Let's see what he can do.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw again. This caught right side by Worthy. Here's a third down and 4.
It's a gain of 6.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He'll check that down to Pacheco. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. They put the tight end Brown in motion. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. 2 minutes to play in Super Bowl 59. We're back to write a finish to the season after this. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down. Smith-Schuster, the man in motion. They'll drop to throw. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got his tight end. It's Kelsey. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They put Kelsey in motion. On first down, it's Mahomes. It is brought in the end zone. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. A 1-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
The Buccaneers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. On the ground, it's Irvin. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again here with Irvin. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here. And they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He finds his tight end, Keith. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
That's good. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. And the Buccaneers have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. Commissioner Goodell on the podium, set to present the Lombardi Trophy to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, champions of Super Bowl 59. So that will put a wrap on this year on EA Sports. Thanks to my partner, Greg Olson, for a great first season together in the booth. Until the fall, Mike Tirico, good night from the Super Bowl in New Orleans.